Eat my cock. I'm Mario, look at me now, I've gone down to the shops. Gotta go through the Garibaldi fucking temple again. I feel like I've spent an inordinate amount of this series just in this one location. Yes, I know you're ghosts. I've known your ghosts so many times at this point. I've even met ghosts in a different place by now. It's been that long. Such a long time for the ghosts involved in me. Nobody, 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 nobody. Oh, by this point you needn't believe in the lasers. 200 gold I've stolen out of you. Alright, you'd know better by now if you'd been paying attention. Actually getting kind of near the end of this one. I was wondering if this might perhaps actually take me over to next bloody Halloween, but it might not at this rate. You'd do that for any reason, mate. Walk me through your process. Don't swoop at me. I've done a front flip over your fireball. Are you afraid? Behold my martial prowess. I can jump over all sorts of objects. A candlestick. Mostly a candlestick. You've become a juggernaut now. Okay, and then what do you want? And then more swords for you. More swords for you for the final way. I can live with that. That aligns with my current objectives. That's a sort of thing, isn't it? It's a kind of object. I don't lament it. Nor do I... Well, actually thinking about it, maybe a bird could... Just while I'm in the bit that's still like enemies that won't kick your ass, what do you want me to do? Also swords. Okay. I will accommodate that for you if you were nearby. Well, you're nearby now. Oh, suck my dick on Hushabye Mountain. Nothing about how that bird moved was natural. Everybody loves diamond-plated Bovril. It's difficult to penetrate, but it's tasty as fuck. All that lovely Bovril flavour now completely inaccessible. Encased within this crystalline structure. You'll never get your gravy again. It is gravy, isn't it? Bovril's not just like its own classification of substance. That'd be sort of awkward. You'd be like, oh, so what is Bovril? I wish I could tell you. Yeah, you can thrusty poke all you want, but what good does it do anyone, really? All that prodding and for what? A pot of grease. What did you even need it for? You need to stop poking people to receive pots of grease without a concrete game plan in mind. All that grease is useless until something is done with it, alright? It's the Labour theory of value. Who are you hurtling at now? More bloody dead barons everywhere. Unbelievable, unthinkable, inconceivable. Stealing a lot of holy man's veins, and I don't know why. I may thank myself later. One never knows. Yes. Now down into the vault. The vault where Peter Rabbit lives. Can't you see? These are all his victims. This is the one with ordinary skeletons in it. So these I will fight for bird prizes. And more bronze. Oh, I've actually got room in my pockets for bronze now, because I had to make so many just short swords and punch rings. Over the course of that whole saga. I could do with more crystals out of the lot of you, to be honest. I want to evolve my bird as quick as possible, because beyond this point, I don't think it's really optimal for bird growth at this level. So I just sort of, if you could just sort of like gang up on me quicker than you are doing, and also drop more of these fun, delicious crystals that my bird benefits from, while it is safe to benefit from them. That'd be, to be honest, spiffing. I'm actually not a huge fan of the word spiffing, because that's not something anybody says unless they're going out of their way to be British, you know? And just, what a thing to go out of your way for right now. It's time to admit it's the end of the pumpkin experiment. Okay, we passed the voltage through it, nothing really happened. You can't just hope that something eventually will. Got a very... like, there's other things you can do to the pumpkin, but you just don't. You just like, you know, just continue to run the current through it. But we've established that it does nothing, so well, do it again. Repeat trials. It's like, yeah, but there's a point beyond which that this just becomes futile, really. I think you don't really have an understanding of what science is at all. You're like bloody Jack Skellington in The Nightmare Before Christmas. When he's conducting a series of experiments, which you know because he goes to Dr. Finkelstein and he says, I need to borrow some equipment, and he says, is that so? Whatever for? And then Jack says, I'm conducting a series of experiments. Which, I mean, that was apparently good enough for the Doctor. So, you know, not my place to complain, clearly. But, I'd have wanted a tad more detail before I signed off. But I get that, like, he's the guy in charge, I guess, and they seem to respect and trust him, so... well, they just left it to his discretion. I'm just getting a golem absolutely hammered behind me. But it's no matter for this, because I can in fact go through the smiley door. But yeah, he's conducting his series of experiments, and he crushes up a bauble, a Christmas tree ornament, and puts the dust into a beaker that he's lit over a Bunsen burner, and it glows for a bit, and he says, interesting reaction. But what does it mean? And like, you really... if you weren't sure what it was gonna mean, why did you do it? I don't think that's how science is done. I mean, you have to figure that somebody did science that way at some point. Just to, like, for you to have, like, any kind of understanding of the physical laws of the world, there does need to be a period before you really know anything, where you're just doing shit to see what happens. And then you have to put together a theory based on that. But of course, as we know, he ultimately comes to no conclusions based on this research. He eventually just decides, I'm gonna steal it and do it anyway. I'm going to appropriate Christmas. Which is the first time that has been done by a willing participant. The tables really turned for Christmas that day. Have I just got an infinite number of bubbles happening right now? And do you have an infinite number of typewriters? I want you to help me settle a bet if you do. Have some of these eyeballs about you. You done? You done mostly? Oh wait, are we straight there? Are we just straight outside? Interesting. I remember this downward bit being longer, to be honest, but I guess... Let's get into it. I mean, we've saved. There's no reason not to get into it. See if we can get into it. I never beat this boss. Oh, this is the bit that goes for a bit longer. Yeah, I never successfully did this. Oh, well, it doesn't help that you've got little chargy boys. But yeah, this is the one I need the seven-bladed sword for. Because they're weak to dark damage. So I just wanted to go into this with all sorts of advantages. This isn't really doing anything to that. I should probably, like, climb up the... They sometimes just stop. Your head's gonna go large. I'm not sure what it does that for, but I probably should be concerned that you have tried it. I must defeat as many of them as I can to stop anything bad from happening. We don't know what potential's on the table, and I don't want to find out, frankly. So I'm going to put you to the sword in a trial and error process called Several Men. Because you see, the boss is a lower level than I am currently, but I have to assume he would also have been, like, at the time I was doing all my other stuff, so I don't know. I have, looked into what you steal from these bosses, and it's just like a health item each. Like, you can steal some sort of spaghetti from this fool, or a pizza, I forget which. But it's not like a material to like make things with, so I'm not necessarily going to bother with that, as fun as it would be to eat a delicious spaghetti meal in the face of God. I keep plummeting. What if you're not really in a position to like attack directly? What if I had you assist me on that front? You're better at attacking floating people. So yeah, here we go. What's doing that noise? I mean, not noise, but like certainly a vibration. Eat my bones! No! You can't eat everyone's bones, just some people's. Does something happen when you get to the bottom of the chamber? Do I need to be concerned? Will you just start floating back up again? I'm throwing as many dragons at you as I feel like I can. I'm really doing my best here. I'm doing everything that's required of me. Eat your arms. Okay. Okay, right, and now... Now the distraction magic begins, right? Watch the magic show and don't look at me at all, really. And that shall be the remarkable new thing. What happened? What did that? Something hurt me a fair amount. The flesh has fallen off. The flesh has fallen off the sphere. Please stop. That seems to have done you. Oh. You've thudded to the ground. He's broken free. It's the core of it, look. Oh no. Egg. Egg this whole time. This is the man that I never stopped. Right, now the man begins. Right, now the strategy says to just have a friend of yours on guard to distract him. which I may have you for that purpose, because you won't just float directly in front of me, thus defeating the point. Yeah, well, not a lot of people have laser beams. Not a lot of people have laser beams, it's not that Perushki. It's also tasty when baked, so I may as well have some of that. Oh, you really... I should probably... what type of damage is that? That looks like dark damage. I'll put my... Let's just see. And I've also just got a feeling that maybe that'll benefit me for the immediate future. You know, let's just see what happens. No, don't turn into swords. Sometimes you've got to not turn into swords. No, lava. You're just a sploopus. You're doing sploop magic. What even are you, really, at all? Oh, God. I need to not be hit quite a few times. The fight is actually, like... I'm not sure what aspect of this I was finding hard initially. Could really be, I guess, like, the amount of damage it's doing is quite significant. Maybe I just ran out of healing items and just wasn't great at dodging. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm probably going to do this one without much in the way of hassle. Oh, well, this feels like a trick. Don't chomp a boy! Don't... Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm not going to let you get away with that, actually. No, stomps. Okay, well... I managed to do the majority of that damage while you were in the process of becoming a huge man. So, really, was it worth it? I argue no. Do I have given anything for having done that? It does not appear so. I can't even, like, go to the top of the room, really, and, obtain anything for... Like, I've beaten him, but you didn't give me a prize. I was sort of hoping for a prize, is the thing. There's the dollar hand. Yeah, there's not really anything going on there. Well, that was all honestly kind of underwhelming. I feel like I sort of hyped that up a bit, and it's really... I got nothing out of that. Sort of incredible. Alright. There you are. So that's why there's so many evil cores in just this one area then, I guess, is because they don't appear anywhere else, because there's way less of this place than I was thinking. I've accidentally stolen a dark crystal. That seems so odd to me. Have I fucked something up? I'm gonna end the episode about here. But before I save, I am just gonna check that I absolutely could not have stolen anything usable from them, because, like, there has to be... Is it just for, like, pride points? Which is like a queer reward currency. Fuck that, actually. I've just realised what I can do now that I don't strictly need the seven-bladed sword anymore, now that I've used that for its intended purpose. I've done all of the numbers, created it, and realised I've got all the stuff I need for this. So, as a way to end, we can see what this thing is, and I have a feeling I know, and it's going to be the laser blade. We've got a vampire lightsaber that's clearly made of cardboard. Look, bless it. Bless its heart. You're just the bloody shuriken thing again. What's... Oh, I misread the situation. Oh! It's wiggly on top of everything else. It's like a bit of a whip one. It's snooping off from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Look, it's squiggly blade. That's really good, actually. Yeah. Love that. But, yeah, the episode is now actually over. See you next time when we'll put some squiggly whips to good use. Fucking hell.